Alright, hello. It's been a while since I've done a video like this for a while, so please let me start by apologizing. My notes are up there, and my camera is here. So if I'm looking up there and I'm talking to the camera, I may not look like I am. I might be like, oh, hello, how are you doing? No, sorry. This is a response to half-elves and how could they be entertainingly different by YouTuber Lindybeige. And I'll make sure to put a link below to it so you can get there. First of all, I'd like to add a quick story and then give a little bit of info. Let's see here. First, the quick story. I'm a gamer also, hence me talking about D&D and the half-elves and all that kind of stuff and watching his videos, which are great, by the way. So anyways, I had this really great gaming group there for a few years, and it was wow, 10 years ago ish. And one of the gamers, this is a really good friend. His name was Larry. I'm not going to give him his last name because this is, worldwide. But Larry was fun. Larry role played. He really got into it. But he was also smart in saying, what advantages can I do on my stats for characters to make my characters better, more powerful, less likely to get... Oop, tongue went to the wrong side. Let me try it again. There we go. Alright, now, so you don't die. So he kept coming up, he came up with something, and he kept saying it over and over again for like 3-4 weeks. And like, on the first time, I was kind of like, really? And because he's just, he's so unconventional that some of his ideas seem really out there. And this was out there because it's so against the convention of D&D that the first time he mentioned it to the group, it just shut everybody up. And we were a loud, talkative group. I mean, not loud as in rah, 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 but talking. We would talk amongst ourselves. We 2 or 3 different conversations going on while we're half listening to the game master because he doesn't matter. But no, because we knew what was going on. To keep what was going on, and we knew what we were wanting to do. We were pretty much all veterans. We had this, this is what I do. This is my job. This is how I fit into the group. This is how we deal with these kinds of opponents. We had that down, so we could have that conversation going on, and it not interrupt the game. So but he had this question: why can't you have a half dwarf, half elf? And now you know why it's a response to Lindybeige's video, half-elves, and how could they be more entertainingly different? Well, obviously, this half-elf, being also half-dwarf, would be very, very different, and Larry was always entertaining. And he said it a few times, and I was like, well, like, what kind of advantages, first of all, is he looking for? I mean, advantages, there's a logic to looking to advantages so you don't get, like, slaughtered easy. By that time, I had tried making characters that were intentionally weak or unintentionally turned out to be weak, and I'm like, no, okay, I get your advantages. So anyway, so what advantages was he looking for? Like, was it like the Dwarven Constitution counteracting the Elven Constitution or lack thereof? Was it to leave a tall, thinner but muscled dwarf that gets the elven dexterity but keeps the dwarven penchant for rubbing others wrong still? I don't know, because he never cared about, in his role-playing, although he's very entertaining, his characters never cared about trying to influence others through word or song or anything like that. So he was never a bard character. So anyway, another possible advantage was the desire for beauty to be moderated by the desire for the sturdiness that dwarves put on a pinnacle, you know. And so he said it a few times. I'm like, okay, all right. And then like, but he kept going. So like, you know, 3, 4 times. I was like, okay. I said, no, it's already been done once. There is a half elf, a half dwarf in D&D. And the elves and dwarves were so upset about it, about the results, that it set off a racial enmity that lasted centuries. Yeah, they got humans. He didn't like that answer so much. But think about it. Everything that a dwarf is, in a lot of ways, is a variation on elf. Everything that an elf, everything a dwarf is a variation in terms of sturdiness and you know, even on humans. Okay, everything that an elf is a variation in flightiness and beauty and you know, and whatever. I mean, you know, it's a variation on human. So if you put a dwarf and an elf together, you come close to having just a human. The differences kind of cancel out, and you get average, which is in most role-playing games, including D&D, human. The average of everything is human. So there you go. Oh, and then there was a point. At the end of his video, he's got, let me back it up a little bit. Okay. And let's see here. He's got here, let me put the monitor caption. No, I can't do that. I'm not that good. Okay, so it says, why are there no half-dwarves? Even Peter Jackson failed to make any in The Hobbit 3. Are female dwarves merely a myth designed to hide an embarrassing truth? It's the beards. No, actually, there are half-dwarves, and I found it. It's in Monster Manual. Yeah, just a Monster Manual. Version 3.5. I don't know if you can see because my lighting is low in here. But anyways, they have on page 49 something called a Derro, D-E-R-R-O. It's right here. And I didn't think about the lighting or I would have done this better. But let's see here. It says, Derro are degenerate and evil creatures of the underground, created from dwarf and human stock by some nameless deity of darkness and madness. Incredibly cruel and murderously insane. They enjoy taking slaves and torturing surface dwellers, especially humans, to death. So, and they're afflicted with some form of racial madness. So, so anyways, that's let's see here. That's dwarves, and they even have their own deity that they have gone to. So basically, Derro are crazy dwarves that are into magic because that's the deity, chaotic deity of magic and cruelty. So they're cruel, crazy, mad, and really love the magic. So there's your answer. They do have half dwarves. So let's see here. Oh, my notes. I had to drop my notes so I could show that. So anyways, thank you to Lindybeige. I love your work. I've been watching your videos for a while. My youngest son is the one who gets me on YouTube, following YouTube channels, including yours. Just thought I would like to add to the conversation. And but apparently we'll need to talk about the D&D initiative system. You and I have different opinions, and I heard your video and I thought, like, oh wow, okay, interesting. Not sure I agree with it. So anyways, probably another video coming up on that. So anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, God bless.